So y'all, let's talk about this. So how are you as a friend? Are you a person that helps your friends process their emotions, or are you a friend that's like, man, okay, what do we need to do to get through this? It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be just fine, child. So I'm the friend that's just gonna be just fine. So I had a whole situation happen today. So one of my friends, she gotta go to the doctor, right? And me being a friend, I can tell she's a little bit nervous. Like, I identified that, right? So the next question should be, how do you feel about it? What are you thinking? What might happen? My next question is, girl, call me after you got the doctor appointment. And she's really scared because she does not have any medical issues. So for her to have a first time, maybe so-called medical issue, that shit is really serious. It can be scary. And here I am like, child, girl, it's going to be all right. It might not be all right, though. And that's the part that I never get to, because I always just want to always do the positive thinking forward. It's going to be just fine. God's going to work that out. And sometimes it doesn't always work out like that. And I have to learn how to process. So I want to know what type of friend are you? And then I'll give you another deal. So I had someone else call me today, and they told me about the situation that they were in, what was going on and everything. You know what I went straight to? Girl, when you coming? That's literally what I said. I didn't process not feel with the girl. And I thought about it afterward, but I was like, shit, it's too late to go back on it now. Like, girl, when are you coming? What you want to do? You bringing this, you bringing that? Are you doing this? Who gonna be there? What's the event gonna look like? The girl needed to process her feelings. Hence why she called me. Because I'm actually a good listener. I really, as much as I talk, I'm actually really a good listener. I like to listen to people. But my problem is I listen and go straight to action. I don't listen and I listen, go straight to action. I don't listen and go straight to processing. The problem with that is all my friends except for one are listen and process. I listen and go to action. I don't even know why they even talk to me half the time, for real. I really don't. Because half the time I'll be like, well, what kind of bullshit is this, Joker? You just totally gonna dismiss what the girl said. Just dismiss it. I heard it, but I'm like, shit, there ain't shit we can do about it, so shit, let's turn up. The shit happened, it's going down. So let's turn up. What can we do? What you want to do? Let me know. Let me put the plan together, and we ready. Child, I'm the worst. So then let me tell you the third situation. But I do got one friend, though. I do got one friend. I love her to death, because one thing about her, she gonna call me, she's gonna tell me the situation, and then she's gonna ask me the question directly, and then she's like, I want your opinion. I love her, and I love the fact that she sorry, I love the fact that she's like, you know what, that's why I love you, friend, because you always get straight to the answer. Because for me, I'm on that no BS type stuff. Man, let's just get straight to the problem. How can we fix? My answer for everything is, how can we fix it? How can we move forward? Why are we sitting here doing all this? And I am the worst. I have to do better. And I'm not going to do better this year. I got too much going on to do better. But next year, 2026, I'm going to do better. And I'm being dead ass serious. So all my friends who do watch this, I really am going to do better. I'll give you another situation. Friend, she had a serious situation with her family. And she called me, and I told her every reason of why she should do X, Y, and Z. I gave her every reason of why you should not accept that type of behavior. I did. I gave her a whole long list, and I gave her examples. I'm really good at giving examples, because sometimes people want to forget situations. No, we're not going to forget that, because if they have time to do X, that means they have time to do Y. If they have time to do Y, that means they're choosing not to make whatever your situation is a priority. And so I'm just like, yeah, that's not acceptable. Especially if you're married. It's definitely not acceptable. And that's probably why my ass ain't married now. So I don't know who the hell I am to give advice. But I'm gonna definitely remember on how, to be treated. And if you feel like you're not being treated a certain way, then you need to either handle it, or you need to move away from the situation. And I'm gonna tell you where I get that from. So I get that from my best friend one day. This was years ago. This was probably about 10 years ago. I had called her about a situation that I was in, and this is what she said. And I love how she said it. She didn't say it directly to me, but I caught what she was saying. She said, well, people always she said something to the effect of, people be in relationships and they want to do all this carrying on, but then they're not going to leave the situation. I was like, well, damn. So I thought about it. I processed it. I said, so basically, if I'm not going to leave the guy, there's no reason to really sit here and dwell on this whole situation. Just move on from it. And I was just like, oh. And so ever since then, I have always listened to that advice. If we're gonna sit, if you plan on taking action, then let's talk about it and go in detail. But if you don't plan on taking action, especially in relationship, there's no reason to keep sitting there doing it. Now, if you want to process it, then that's how we need to start this conversation. I want to process. I want to talk about, the pros and cons, and especially when it comes to me, because my ass is going to be like, shit, don't leave. I'm always going to tell you not to leave. Don't leave. Unless he whooping your ass, don't leave. You ride that shit out and make sure, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to move in an emotion. And that's why I always say, don't leave. Don't leave yet. Don't move in emotion. Move, and that's what you are supposed to do, and God will move you. When it's time to leave, God's going to move you. And if you choose not to listen to him and stay in that situation, then that's on you. You can't blame nobody but God. You definitely can't blame God. You can only blame yourself. So, that's another thing I need to work on. My situation. But I'm glad though, like a lot of my friends, they don't really call me about their relationships, which I'm good, because one thing about me, I don't really talk about my relationships a lot, and I be having a whole lot of shit going on in my relationships, but I don't really talk about that. So about a lot of my friends don't come, but I do like when they do call me, especially my married friends or my friends who have been married and divorced. I really like when they call me with stuff, because then I can learn from it, and those are maybe things that I have not thought about. So I do be excited about stuff like that, because I feel like they can give me a different aspect or a different view of stuff. So I've been talking now for 6 minutes and 20 seconds. So I say all that to say is, next year I am going to work on how to be better at listening and processing instead of listening and taking action. That's what I'm going to do. Because I need to be a better friend.